Well, good morning everybody. My name's Ian and well, we've just loaded the car up with most people will recognise is the remnants of a combi boiler, and we're going to take that, as I usually do with all my shred light iron, and throw it into the metal skip at work. So yes, I'll get off to work now. It's about right. It's quite a dramatic morning actually. In more ways than one, as I will explain later, and that's just about right. A big black cloud on the horizon, and again all will come clear. See you there. Yes, look at we've made it now. 20 past 8 almost. Normally I would be here at 7:45, but today's our, well, Carol! Yeah? You will be on YouTube, love. Wave! This is our lovely cleaner.
Who are you talking to?
YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube, alright.
So what do you think? End of an era.
Yeah.
You can still come and clean for new owners.
What's it called? I'm cancelling the contract now.
Oh, bless Carol. Oh, big fork truck. Better let him go first. Alright, oh, bumps. All these speed bumps. You're not allowed to do this on a main road. Right. So you've kind of... Let's go over to the skip first of all. Well, so this is where I used to work. You'll see that there's a bunch of people about. Well, we're allowed to come back in and collect our personal belongings. We'll just make our way to the back of this skip and throw the last piece of boiler in there. Whoa, look at that. Somebody's already thrown an old one in as well. I'm going to have to go in there now and get that out. Do you know, that's taller, steeper than what you think. So I'm 6 foot, and that's probably about level with my nose. But I was going to say, look, somebody's thrown a combi boiler in. But look at that, copper. Somebody's thrown a load of copper fittings in as well. So let's get those out. And the spirit level as well. Oh. Here, how are we going to do this? The easiest way to do this is to just throw it over the top like that, I guess. It's high, that must be 6'6". And I think the smaller bits I'll stick in my pocket. I'll finish collecting this, and I think that's aluminium, so we'll have that off out as well. Looks like somebody's done a bit of scrapping of their own. That's strange, isn't it? Somebody's been stripping rotors. I recognise a Dyson. Some amateurs. So they've thrown that in. They've taken this out, which means this is coming after that. You would think, unless of course there was a midget and they couldn't get in.
Get naked.
No, you can't get naked. I'll pick that up in a second. Right, this here big fella here is Glenn.
Hello.
Say hello to YouTube, Glenn.
Hello YouTube.
He's appeared in many of my videos where he's the guy whose wife sends him to work with little love notes in his butties, and he saves me the aluminium foil.
I don't.
She does.
I'm not that sad.
That was Anthony. He's just pulling off. You want to tell us what's happened, Glyn?
It's gone.
We've gone, the company's gone bust. Oh, it's not gone bust.
Gone
It's
pop.
gone pop.
Company's
Company's
gone
been
pop.
closed down. Yes, that was probably the last time I'll be able to throw my shred into the work skip. It's Monday today, 8th of November. So last Thursday, just before the weekend, we all got a phone call and said, sorry, the firm's gone into receivership and the place is closed. You're all redundant. So on the scrap heap. So like I said, there's Glenn, guy I've worked with for 21 years. What did I do here? Well, I don't know, kind of let me explain. You know how they make motor cars, don't you? They go along a big conveyor belt, and that's called a line. And everything goes to the line side in something. Well, that's what this company did. They made that something. So these pallets for the BEV, battery electric vehicle. The tailgate assembly, as it says, this structure, this pallet, this stillage held the tailgate. You know, the bit that you pick up on your car. And over there, a variety of other pallets and stillages. These, for example, and I can see by the all the individual little slots, held something long and thin. That could be brake pipe, fuel pipes, etc. In fact, it does. Underfloor fuel lines. So it ran from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle. It held probably 15 at the bottom, 15 in that one and 15 in that layer. You put them in, pull that out, and that should slide forwards and backwards. So you put it back, put your item in, slide it forward, and it can't pop out. That's what our company did. We made bespoke packaging solutions for the automotive industry. Let me take you inside. No more than 4 people in the production office. Well, I don't have to worry about that anymore, do I? So this is where it used to all happen. I used to sit there and buy everything. I brought me carrier bag for life, and I'm now going to empty my drawers. I've already started. Yeah, you see that? Well, I generally didn't use it as a rule. You get that? Very important. A pack of cards. Alright, I'm just going to carry on emptying my drawers. Hey, so there we go. Pretty sad. Well, that's it, almost time for me to go. Got other lads have come in, they're getting their own personal belongings together. Oh, that reminds me, one last thing. My cup. Coffee Primo. About 15 years ago, when my lad was joining the army, I took him down south, Guildford. It was about a 200 and odd mile journey. We called it the service station on the motorway. And I think then I paid something like about £2.80 for a cup of coffee. An astronomical price in those days, say 15 years ago. And I remember saying to my son, if I'm paying £2.80 odd for a cup of coffee, I'm having the cup. For the last 15 years I've been drinking out of this cup, so it's coming home with me. That's that in here. That's it, I've done in here now. I've done in here. More ways than one. Right, so there we go. Drawers are emptied. I've said goodbye to my colleagues. Oi, you lot! Been nice working with you. I'll head home and talk to you in the shed. So here we go, back in the shed. Oh, by the way, I deliberately went to work with a Christmas jumper on, well, Christmas t-shirt on this morning. Try to inject a little bit of levity, which is very hard. So I sit here with me, bag for life, full of my belongings. I have to cogitate and contemplate. 21 years of working there, gone down the pan. On the scrap heap again. On the scrap heap at 61, 62 in January. What's the options? The country, COVID, the government have ruined the economy. Unemployment is at its highest ever. We've got a not very helpful state support system. I'll survive, I guess. So what did happen? Well, as this is in the public domain, I have to be very careful at my choice of words. I must not allude or insinuate any misappropriations of money or wrongdoings on the behalf of the directors of my ex-company, the new directors I've got to say. And I'm pretty sure that the fact that although the deductions were made from my salary for my pensions, it was a pure administrative error, that such deductions were not paid into my pension fund or anyone's, the lads who worked there, for the last 5 to 6 months. Surely a administrative error. I believe it. Right, 21 years. Well, 20 years ago, for 20 years, I worked with a great bunch of lads, some characters, 2 very good bosses. I'm not suck-all-in here. They were good bosses. They were 2 bosses who came from the shop floor themselves. One was a welder, one was a fitter. And they bought the company and they grew it. And they knew where they'd come from, and they treated people with respect. And likewise, you work for them and you was fair for them, they was fair for you. And if they're watching this, well, I've certainly said me thanks in the past. One boss in particular, Dave, he knew about my YouTube activities, and when we was quiet, he's even appeared live on stream with me from the office. The days when I used to stream with UTC, Grant, Easy, etc. And we've had a good laugh. End of an era. I tried to not be morose, too downhearted. It was a shock, a sudden shock. The bosses, after 20 years, the bosses sold the company, and the new owners, although very enthusiastic with great big plans, seemed, for one reason or another, to have let all the cash in the company fritter through the fingers, and we ended up with no cash flow, and that is what kills companies. No cash flow, no companies, no matter how big of an order book you got. I guess also it could be said that some companies, they go under because they aren't making any money on any jobs. Well, that wasn't the case where I worked. It was a very profitable business, very niche market, and well, for 20 years it's been running. It's just gone in a year, and it was left in a very healthy position. Yeah, I'm still not drinking, even though I really, really want to turn to drink, but I know drink isn't the answer at the moment. So that's it. Right, I know there's lots of platitudes. Never look at the closed door, you'll never see the open door in front of you. Always a silver lining in the cloud, all those lot. I particularly liked how the scrap gods gave me one last scrap gift from that skip which Forever gave. Ain't gonna do it again. Right, okay, a bit of seriousness. I bring myself to do something I never thought I would have to do. And that's to put a link in the description. If you watch my videos, I know plenty of you do, the views show it, you'll probably notice I never actually ask anyone to subscribe, or comment, or like, or ring the bell. I'll leave that up to the people themselves to decide. YouTube's a hobby. I'm sharing what I do with some friends, and that is it. However, reality tells me that our state system says, okay, you're out of work, you've been put out of work. It's going to take something like 6 weeks before I see any severance pay. Although I've been there 21 years, I'm entitled to a maximum of 12 weeks notice. But again, this is the UK, so I can only claim the 12 weeks notice pay back in 12 weeks time. And they make all sorts of deductions. For example, you get job seekers allowance, which is which is £75 a week. That's it. That's what the government say I can live on. £75 a week. You know, me, my wife, run a house, eat, feed, power the internet. So I'm not not destitute, but any help would be grateful. So without sounding too morose, that's Ian in his shed. Maybe quiet for a little while I take stock, reevaluate. I've already spent, well, I've seen the forms that I have to fill in, so I'm going to spend some time filling in a multitude of forms to the government, to the benefits, whatever. Something I've never had to do for, well, 21, 25, 30. I'm going to say it's over 30 years ago since I was last out of work, and even then it was only for, if I recall, something like 1 month. What a shit hand life gives you sometimes. However, I'll stick a smile on, and hopefully I'll get the enthusiasm to do some more YouTubing over the coming weeks. So thank you everyone for your support. It does mean a lot. And Ian in his shed. See you soon.